Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In the last video, you saw that we took the drivetrain out of my new Lordly Spec Chaser, and that's because we're going to be taking the drivetrain out of my Missile and putting it into that because, well, the Chaser got tank slapped by someone who wasn't paying attention to the flags at Ebisu on Nishi course. So the goal is to have everything swapped into this new shell, new aero kit, new paint job, roll cage, bucket seats, everything that we need, wiring harnesses, ECUs, and more, so that we can drift this in like, when is Summer Drift Mitsuri again?
In 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. I think we can do it. So the next step to all of this is to clean the engine bay. Let's get this thing out and get all this grime off. Side quest to Up Garage. Let's find out how much they're going to give us for that 1JZ GE engine drivetrain package. See how much we can knock off our initial bill for the Chaser.
A few moments later.
Just finished at Up Garage. I gave them pictures and showed them everything that I have. They are going to send me a notification on the app in a few hours to let me know how much they're willing to buy it all from, but they seemed interested in it, so that's a good sign. Hopefully we get a decent amount of cash. Otherwise though, while Daiki and Riley are working on scrubbing the Chaser, I'm gonna quickly use this opportunity to go get a quick gym session in because I've been slacking for the last few days and I don't wanna miss out. So let's go do that and then we'll be able to touch base and see how the guys are doing. Just got back and man, did Daiki do a good job of this. This looks night and day. Dude, this is awesome. Before this was so dark. Daiki, you did a great job. Dude, this is way too clean. I love it. One thing I just noticed though is the bushings here are screwed. That always happens on these. Luckily I got a set of 091, so should be mint. But man, I'm excited. I think the goal is now is that this needs to go up on the lift and we need to move the two comp cars and we need to start getting this on the lift and start pulling this apart, getting the drive chain and everything out of this and just start switching stuff over. But man, this looks great. So we can't really change the rear subframe or anything until this one gets dropped out because we're just going to drop it out from there and slide it into there. And I also want to do the ABS delete on this. So we got to pull that kit and everything out of here and put it into this. So it's a fair bit to get done. But for the most part, this is freaking awesome. I love it. We're about to bring the Chaser inside, but I got my notification and you guys are going to laugh at some of these prices that they quoted me. It's pretty bad. They offered me 38,000 yen for the engine. Like the HID headlights, only 20,000 yen. The pricing they're offering me isn't actually that good. Probably just because they know it's an NA and that stuff doesn't sell well. It's not like it's gonna go off the move off and they know it's not super, like, no one really wants it, right? Even though there's lots of really good parts on there, like I could sell that alternator by itself for probably 20,000 yen. I could sell the power steering pump that works on both turbos and NAs. You just take the reservoir off and stuff like that. I could probably sell that for 20,000 yen, and then that's already more than the whole engine. And then I could probably just sell the bottom oil pan. It's a front oil pan that can be used on the turbo motor, 2J or 1J, and that's highly sought after at the moment, and that could probably be sold for 60,000. Like, all these prices of all these little things on here, like, they don't care about that, and they don't understand the value of all these individual items on here. It's only for someone that actually knows. So I think the best bet for me to do is take off the stuff that I know that's worth money. Like even this pulley, this front pulley. I should take that off and just keep it as a spare with me up at Ebisu, because someone will literally shoot their pulley off at Mitsuri,
it will be Chris.
not have a spare.
Yes.
And then Well, we all know how that goes, and then they're going to come up to me, and then I'm going to go, sure, no worries, I got one here, 20,000 yen, 30,000 yen, whatever the going rate is for them, you know? So yeah, the automatic trans I have no use for, so it's probably good for me to just take that to Up Garage because, you know, I'll get
Save
50 bucks
space.
for it. Or I'll take it to the scrap guy. Maybe the scrap guy will give me more for it than Up Garage will because of the price of aluminum. We're actually getting ready to do a huge scrap run right now. So if you have a look, that's why like stuff's everywhere. We also have like the old catalytic converters that we want to get rid of too. But right now aluminum is worth so much money, and we've been stacking up all my old destroyed, bent, broken wheels. Like these ones here, my old FD ones from FDJ2 days. Unfortunately, there's no one here that really repairs a warped, fully forged wheel. It's quite hard to repair like a single piece wheel like that without jeopardizing its integrity. So, and I can't give them away or sell them or anything because they were sponsored wheels, right? So it's like just how those contracts work. So the wheels are completely unsafe, can't be used, they're super warped. So we've got to get rid of them, and that's the best way to do it, is to just scrap them, recycle them. So all these aluminum wheels that we've just been collecting from all the cars we've bought over the years or crashes we've had and destroyed wheels are all here. It's kind of out of control, and it continues all the way around the side too. There's, you know, Altezza rear subframes and stuff that we got rid of, and then there's even more up the side, and we've got the tire recycle guy coming. It's just getting out of control. We also have a full S15 spare fuel tank from Daiki's D1 light
That's
car.
a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think his friend accidentally screwed like 4 screws into it, so it's not worth anything. So like there's tons of stuff we got to get rid of and tons of metal, and it's all worth money right now. We have like, I don't know, 60 radiators.
Yes.
Like just old junk radiators, diffs too. All these diffs that we have no use for, that are all the small, like, you know, 6-inch or 7-inch diffs or whatever they are, the small ones in the Toyotas that are just not worth anything. So yeah, we got lots of stuff to get rid of. So I'm really curious because I think tomorrow we're gonna go take it all, well, fill up the K-van as much as we can. I think it'll be interesting if we let you guys know how much we get for all the scrap. Because what I've been finding recently, and this is probably why Up Garage is giving so much better money these days for a lot of items we bring them, is because they're just going to end up scrapping the wheels anyways, and they're going to get all the raw material money from, you know, recycling stuff. So it's all part of it, and it's a bit of a hassle, but it's worth it. Also, you got to find the right guy that isn't going to scam you here in Japan, because a lot of people just say, oh no, we don't pay for it, you just have to give it to us, because of the whole trash situation in Japan. It's actually crazy, and I'm planning on making a video on it on the SAMMIT Raw channel. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel yet, do it. Also, there's a new really cool tech video coming soon too at SAMMIT. So things are getting
Very
good.
cool.
It's the next day. Daiki just got back from taking only the aluminum to the scrap yard. We got a total of $700 essentially. So that's pretty awesome. A little bit of pocket change from a bunch of broken stuff. Next trip that we're gonna do tomorrow, because obviously we're just using the K-van, so we can't cram a lot in there, but next trip, we're gonna be taking all the scrap steel and everything, catalyzers and all that type of stuff too, the diffs. Like, we're getting rid of everything and anything we just don't need. We still need to find a place for all the plastics, because that's very hard to throw away any kind of plastic here. But the subframes, we're gonna try and cram and everything. I don't think we're gonna fit everything in the K-van. We might have to actually disassemble these subframes. Oh, damn it, man, I still have a seat. I gotta get rid of that too. But yeah, lots and lots of steel, and we gotta cut and open these tanks and bring these in too. They're not gonna fit in the K-van, but yeah, you get the gist of it. It's time to clean all this up. But hey, at least we get to make a bit of pocket money and go take everyone out for lunch or something on the company's dime with that. So that's kind of nice. But the next step with the Chaser is we need to get the pink one inside and start disassembling that. And the best way to do that, because we're exchanging subframes and stuff like that, is to get it on the lift next to it. But we've been kind of using this lift as storage. So what we're planning to do is we're gonna put this up in the air, and we're gonna move these 2 cars over here. We're gonna have a wall of 3 S15s, which I think is gonna be sick. These 2 cars are temporarily gonna go outside, and then we're gonna bring Riley's Altezza Gita inside. That'll go under there. We'll then unload the Chaser, back the Chaser up onto the lift there, and then Riley's car will go up onto the truck, because next week Riley's car is going up on the truck to Ebisu. So it makes sense that we can just put that on the truck. And then we can bring the other 2 cars in at nighttime and stuff like that. And if I clean this space up here, we'll be able to have another space for another car, at least for now as well. And then whenever we're done pulling everything off that Chaser, that will then just become storage again over there, and we can put another car under it, or vice versa, right? So it's we're a little overwhelmed right now in just, yeah, we need a bigger shop, or we just need to start managing space more and build this second floor and get those 4 post lifts that I've been talking about forever. So might have to talk to Ben Pack and try and get the ball rolling there, because that'll be freaking awesome if I can get a couple 4 posts in here. Then I could get my alignment rack. We can even get a dyno. Like, damn, man, getting excited. Who would have thought 45 looks so good? This gives me hope for when I get to that age. Anyways, yes, empty room, space. Pink Chaser can come off now. We'll keep these here just for a little bit, but probably at night time we'll move them inside. There's been a lot of theft recently in this area. Nowhere like close in this vicinity, but just the whole greater Kanagawa area. Oh yeah, I miss this old girl. Forgot about that. Fine, don't worry. Oh wow. Yep, she's a little munted, as we say. Yeah, it is it is absolutely wild that these used to be fluoro green wheels. Also another spider web. It's crazy also that this thing just starts and runs no problem. Toyotas, man, so good. You want to drive it off? Gosh. So sad. This poor car. It's very, very obvious how bent this whole chassis rail is here this way. You look at that one may also be bent that way a little, but it is very obvious when you look at this one straight on, and then you look at this thing straight on. Oh my lambda. She's still a beast though. Look how thick and tough she looks. Finally, this thing's actually gone. Goodbye. This thing's long. Look at this thing on the truck. I'm so glad. Bro, stop it. I'm so glad he got the 33 wheels too. I really did forget how bad this whole thing was. I'm definitely gonna have to probably get Marco to help me here, because I didn't realize, like, I knew the strut tower moved, but I didn't realize it moved so far back that it bent the mount here. See how much it's pushed the mount in for the strut tower brace? Look at that. Like, that's the master hard pressed against that, and it's bent that whole arm. It's supposed to be straight, like this one here. Actually, that one's a little bent and pushed over too. But if you look at it compared to the one on this side, as you can see, they're straight up and down. Look at that. So, yikes. I mean, we knew that it had moved and shifted. You can see cracks and like the metal peeling apart here on the strut tower where it connects to the bottom rail. And then the biggest thing is these kinks in here. It's hard to see all the light, but like there's a huge kink here. Massive kink down there. Another one there. There's like 3 big kinks the whole way. So it's just going the whole way along there. And I think it's pushed that whole thing over. I think my front subframe is going to be damaged. I really think so, because looking at this, the engine does look a little cocked. A little sideways a little. Man. we'll have to assess once we get everything out, and maybe I'll get Marco to come visit and let us know what he thinks. I'm sure we'll be able to fix it, but you can also see that the hit, oh my gosh, I only just noticed this. I'm gonna need this side too. Look how much this is pushed over this way. That's why that's all cracked there. Oh my gosh, and you can see the paint's cracked and everything there. The seam seal is cracked there too, because this whole side has been pushed this way. Look how much that's bent that way. Oh my gosh, so that when the hit happened, it just pushed everything. Yikes, that makes sense then, because this bottom rail also looks a little bent that way. I wonder if there's any kinks in there. I won't be able to see until we get the engine out, but man, the damage in that. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, this guy literally deleted the rear end of his S15 on my Chaser, and this is what my Chaser looks like in comparison. It doesn't look anywhere near as bad as his. Like, his car was like, there was no rear end left all the way to the quarter glass. Like, it was deleted, completely deleted. And I'm not surprised, just because Chasers are built like tanks. And then when Marco fixed this side last time, he put a bunch of reinforcement plates all through that rail so it would be even stronger than OEM. So kind of feel bad for the guy, because it definitely worked. I'd hate to know what this would look like without those reinforcements. But yeah, this thing copped it. It copped it hard. I hope the radiator's okay. It looks like it's fine and not leaking, but we'll definitely have to go over everything. This fan is completely destroyed though. That happened in the crash too. Jeez, I really did not know. Like, I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize it was this bad until we just looked at it now. I was thinking maybe I'd be able to have a good crack at this and fix it myself, but I think this is definitely gonna need to go on the frame rail at Marco's shop, and it'll probably have to be a joint effort. But I still want to save it. I really do. Oh, excuse me. But I still want to try and save this thing. I really do. I think it's got a lot of history, so it'd be cool to save it. But at the same time, if Marco looks at it and it turns out the cost of fixing this is going to be too much, well then we'll get another Lordly.
Everyone gets a Lordly.
See, I'm like you, but instead of Altezas,
It's Chasers.
it's Chasers.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys get the gist of it. Fernando is here taping my trans tunnel, getting that ready. Hell yeah, man, that's looking good.
I'm too broke to own multiple cars.
That's not true. You own multiple cars now.
One of them was like less than $1,000.
Yeah, I got lots of less than $1,000 cars too. That's welcome to car life. The daily. You have an S15 and you have a K car. That's totally okay. Anyways, that should help a lot. Funk Motorsport thermal tape always helps reflecting a bunch of heat. So that's like where all the heat comes through, and it makes your foot really hot when you're driving, especially when you're doing back-to-back laps with these things. So it's good to put that there. But yeah, otherwise, tomorrow we're going to start ripping this whole thing apart. I'm hoping by the end of the day we'll have the motor and trans out, because then we'll be able to really have a look in the bay and start to suss out what's going on. But I'm kind of a little sad. I didn't realize it was this bad. I'm glad we have this front cut. But what really sucks is I noticed that during transport, I don't know why they shipped it like this. I guess it was cheaper to do it upright, but look how rocky this is. And then I guess when it was getting forklifted or something, so this side got damaged. So we should be able to fix that. See how it's pushed down like that? It just sucks because it was supposed to be complete with no damage. I mean, this whole thing didn't even cost me $200 shipped to me. So it's a full front cut, but I'm gonna have to buy this whole new this whole new rail from Toyota, because they still sell it brand new for, I think it's about 350 USD, this whole chassis rail, because I'm gonna need the part that connects to the actual bottom of the firewall. And then we'll use the rest of this stuff here to bring back the Chaser. That's my goal. This has a new strut tower and everything required. Hopefully it'll all work out. Getting the Chaser up on the lift, I want to see if you can see any kinks or damage from the bottom. Haven't been able to look at this thing at all from underneath. All right, let's have a look. It's been a while since I've looked under this thing. So, oh my God. This whole frame rail is bent so far that way. What the flip? Hold up. I need to look under this. Wait, no way. That can't be right. At least I got these two to compare against each other. It's kind of nice. Let's just have a quick look. So if we look at this, bro, it's as straight as a rock. It's as straight as a rock. Oh, well, I don't know what a rock is, but you know what I mean, dude, it's straight as an arrow. No freaking way. Dude, my whole, oh my God, guys. Oh my God. This frame rail is so far that way, and this one is actually bent more than that one, it looks like. This one is so kinked that way. Like, I don't even know if the camera does that justice. Do you guys see that? We just looked at the other side and it was as straight as an arrow. That is bad. Oh my God. It's kinked, I think, here. You can see that big hump there. Is that OEM? It's not there, hang on. It's not there. Yeah, it's not there. So that's, oh my God, I need 2 new frame rails. Toyota doesn't make these anymore. This is a kink. This here, huge kink. And it's going that way. What the flip, dude? Oh man. See, I thought this looked weird here. Yeah, you can see the kinks through here, and it kinked and did that. Oh my gosh, because that's what it's supposed to look like. Well, I mean, we'll look at an actual straight chassis. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like there. My God, guys, this is way worse than I thought. It actually may be a write-off. Holy, I had no idea it was that bent. No freaking way. That's so bad, guys. So, from here, that's like a good 10 degrees that way. The whole front of the car is that way. No wonder, like, this, oh wow, look at the kink there. The kink there. So this whole front end is shifted this way. I'm not surprised, man. Like, that guy's S15 was, it deleted the rear end. So, if that's kinked all the way over, look, I mean, this could be savable for sure. Like, Marco can work some magic. This subframe's probably effed too. I'm gonna say that most likely it's damaged. I'm just, oh yeah, you can see like the paint starting to separate here, like the seam sealer and stuff. I'm just trying to see if there's any more like, oh wow, look at all the kinks all up in here. Guys, this is a big wreck. This is way worse than I thought it was initially. Holy, this is a massive write-off. I don't even know where to start. Look, my guy Marco, the crazy Italian frame guy, he's gonna be able to somehow make good of this, especially with that front cut I got. We can get some parts from Toyota. Maybe I'll hunt around for another front cut just to see if we can get a little bit more stuff. But what would you guys do after seeing what I've just seen? I'm really glad we got that shell right now. It depends on how much Marco wants, right? Like, is it worth us fixing this shell when we could just get another Lordly for 3K? I don't think that this repair is gonna be less than that, to be completely honest. Which is honestly really, really sad. I was like super stoked to fix this chassis. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I'll talk to Marco and see, but the fact that this whole side is effed up and destroyed too makes me really sad. Seeing the kink up here and everything, like this whole thing is shifted over. You know what? I think it's all the way here too. Oh my gosh. Is that kinked? If that's kinked there, I mean, this is the point all the way to here we can change, like this connection point here. And we can do that. I know I can still get this brand new piece all from Toyota that goes the whole way up here and stuff. This side is no longer sold anymore and it is discontinued. And I don't know, man, because it looks like, so, oh, is that what I think it is? I think this is kinked this way. Yeah, it's separating there. Oh man, yeah. Oh, man. I'm so sad, guys. We had absolutely no idea it was this bad. I thought it was just this side. Man. We gotta see what Marco says. No wonder this thing drove so weird. When I drove this thing, I literally drove it from Nishi straight to the North Course, packed it, and then just put it in the storage yard. Because I was like, it's done. Like the level of hit this thing got is insane, honestly. I want to try to bring it back, but it's not going to make any financial sense to bring it back if it's this far gone. Like, this is a whole, like, probably, I mean, the firewall could even be kinked. I mean, we're not going to know till we get the engine out, let's be honest, but this is way worse than I thought. I don't want to keep ranting on about it, but it's way worse. As much as I hate leaving the video on such a bad note and maybe possibly some bad news with the pink Chaser, let me at least give you this. Beautiful 3 S15s in a row. It doesn't get much better than that, but that's depression corner. This is good corner. Anyways, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you made it to the end of this video, banana is your word to put in the comment section today. But yeah, we got a lot of work to get done. That whole drivetrain is going to go in there. And I think the more and more I think about this, the more and more I'm just like, maybe I want this to be a nice street registered, awesome car, like you guys initially told me you wanted. And maybe we build the 1J GE in the corner because we're getting nothing for it. Maybe we do a video that I've been thinking of doing for a while and experimenting with the 1J GE, and we build that, make it make, you know, 500 or 400, whatever, and we put that in the Altezza and use that as a missile, because let's be honest, that car is a freaking missile. Maybe that makes more sense. Or that becomes the missile still and that, but we'll just see how things plan out, because you guys know, like, I'm obviously hoping to save that chassis and turn it into something quite competitive. So it depends. If, like I said, it's all going to depend on Marco and what he thinks, and if he thinks that that's going to be savable and okay, and there's not going to be any more future issues with that, and using that at a potential competitive level. But yeah, we're not going to know, obviously, until we get to that. It is obviously a very tired chassis, and if the cost is going to be more to fix it than to just get another one, then you guys already know that that's going to be the answer. And then we're going to have to do something special to send out that thing. But I don't want to think about that for now because it's not set in stone yet. But there's a lot of options and things that we need to figure out. And we're not going to figure it out until we get to the next few steps, which is stripping it, pulling it, getting Marco to look at it, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, guys. Sorry about the bad news at the end of this video. I hope it's not bad news. I hope it's we'll be able to save it. But yeah, it doesn't look great. Like, comment, share, subscribe again. I think I've said that 3 times. I apologize. Go check out the other channels and stuff. Got some cool content coming there soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Ciao, mata. Next video is going to be a lot of wrenching. I promise.